Hey, I'm Burrito of Doom. I'm the head coach for OP Innogy, a team newly formed in April-May, located in North Rhine-Westphalia, Germany, Essen. We're currently competing for ESL Meisterschaft 2nd Division, and the qualifiers are going pretty well, pretty decently right now. The second round is going to start on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to it, and I really hope that you're going to hear more from us in the future.
Great, so you're just blowing up in your home country. What are your plans for the future?
The plans for the future are first and foremost to qualify for National League, and I think that we're going to take it from there. Like right now we have training facilities located in Essen, so all the players are coming together once a week there to train, to scrim, to talk, to hang out and each other. And I think the plans for the ongoing future is to, after we qualified for ourselves, maybe expand a little bit and not only have gaming facilities but also gaming houses, but that's for a little bit far-reached and also a little bit of a wish and a dream of mine. But yeah, so as mentioned beforehand, we just try to get our foot into the doorstep.
Awesome. You mentioned Essen. It's great to hear different cities that are not just Berlin or Cologne being involved with esports. Do you think it's catching on in all of Germany and all of Europe, really?
I actually think so, because a lot of teams, or not a lot of teams, but also a lot of organization and firms. For instance, Innogy is an electrical firm, and after they wrote me and they're like, Burrito, we're wanting to form an esports team, I was actually quite shocked at first, because there's a huge organization behind it and not just like 5 friends in their basement and with their mom. So I think that the big mainstream firms like a lot of automobile or even football firms, for instance Schalke, which are already in LCS, are catching up into the esports hype. And when the big organizations and the big firms want to put their name onto a brand, that we're going to hear from teams from Essen, from Duisburg, from Cologne, from Berlin, and from all over the world in the future.
Yeah, great. So we see a lot of changes in the metagame in League of Legends recently. We see top lane champions being played on bottom. Do you think this will stick with the next patches?
It's kind of hard to really prognose, because sometimes Riot Games does things that no one thinks are actually doable. It's kind of a two-sided medal in my opinion, because on the one hand I really like that there's more diversity in the overall metagame, but on the other hand it's really a lot of work for the players, for the AD carry players, to learn a lot of new champions, which we also heard in pro interviews a lot, and also for the coaches, for the staff to really catch on, because right now, since the patches are in 2 weeks, it's all about who catches up first, who picks the next OP champion, who really has the best analyst and stuff like this. And it's actually really hard to prognose if this metagame continues or if Riot backtracks, because we already see changes in ADC and crit changes again. So I think that crit ADCs and traditional ADCs are going to emerge way more again.
Okay, a question about a different meta. We're in one of the most metal festivals in Europe, and we're in an esports event, which is rather unusual. Do you think that these two worlds clash in a positive way, and do you think esports have a place on festivals like this one?
Honestly speaking, if you would have asked me 3 years ago, so Burrito, what do you think about Wacken Open Air? Do you think that an ESL tent is good there, I would have said, yeah, for sure, right? But since esports is so huge, and since there are fans from all over the world, no matter if they're metal fans or K-pop fans or rock fans or pop fans or classical fans, there are young and old esports fans right now. So I think that esports is going way more mainstream, and I really hope that esports is going to clash with more words in future, not only with festivals and with music. They're also already way more implemented in anime conventions and stuff like this. So I think that this trend is going to continue and progress onwards.
Awesome. And on a personal level, are you a metal fan?
I used to hear way more, or I used to listen to way more rock and metal, like Linkin Park, for instance, Sabaton, Red Hot Chili Peppers, so the classics. But as of right now, I gotta admit that I'm not really that into metal.
Okay, League of Legends fan, obviously. What's your opinion on Imagine Dragons then?
I was really shocked by their music videos. It was by Warriors. I still listen to it as of this day, and Imagine Dragons are really a nice band right now.
Awesome, thank you for this interview.
Thank you very much.